Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old as gold, but these Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today, I've got something truly exciting to share with you, a hidden piece of American history that could be sitting quietly in someone's old coin jar right now. We're talking about the rare 1943 Jefferson nickel from the United States of America, a coin that hides an incredible story and surprising value. So stay with me till the very end, because what I'm about to tell you about this coin's uniqueness and rarity will amaze every collector watching. Let's start with a bit of the background that makes this coin so special. During World War II, the US Mint had to make some quick and clever decisions because nickel metal was needed for the war effort. That's right, the 1943 Jefferson nickel isn't made of the usual nickel at all. Instead, it's made from a special wartime alloy of silver, copper, and manganese. This unique composition gave birth to what we now call the Silver War nickels, and that alone makes them historically significant and highly collectible. Now here's something that fascinates collectors: the large mint mark placed above Monticello on the back of the coin. It's the only time in US coin history that mint marks were placed in that position on nickels. So, if you find a Jefferson nickel with a big P, D, or S over Monticello, congratulations, you've got yourself a wartime silver nickel. That single detail makes it stand out instantly to experts and collectors worldwide. But what truly makes the 1943 Jefferson nickel rare isn't just its metal, it's the condition and the errors that occurred during minting. Some of these coins came out with double die errors, where the letters or design look slightly doubled. Others have lamination cracks, off-center strikes, or small metal defects that make each one unique. These minting errors can send the value of your coin soaring. Collectors absolutely love these unexpected imperfections because no two error coins are ever the same. Over the years, coin enthusiasts have been hunting tirelessly for high-grade examples of this coin. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1943 Jefferson nickel with sharp details and full steps on Monticello can fetch a serious price in today's collector market. Imagine a small coin that once bought a cup of coffee now selling for thousands. For example, one beautiful uncirculated piece was sold at auction in California for over $5,000, while another pristine specimen with an error mark sold for nearly $8,000 in a major coin show in Texas. That's how valuable this small silver treasure can be. For collectors watching this, here's a tip you don't want to miss. Always examine your 1943 nickel carefully under good light. Look closely at the mint mark, the lettering, and the steps of Monticello. If you see clear details with little to no wear, you might have a gem worth grading. And if you spot an error or doubling, keep that coin safe in a protective holder. It could be your ticket to a collector's fortune. Condition and rarity together decide the final price, so preservation is everything for this beauty. The 1943 Jefferson nickel is not just a coin, it's a symbol of history, resourcefulness, and national pride. Every piece carries the story of a nation at war, adapting and creating something unique in the process. That's what makes collecting these nickels such a rewarding passion. Every coin you find has its own voice, its own journey, and maybe even its own mystery. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: what is this coin actually worth today? Well, a 1943 Jefferson nickel in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially with a rare mint error, can sell for as much as $8,000 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, $8,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's the magic of coin collecting, history in your hands turning into real value. So if you've got old nickels lying around, don't overlook the 1943 ones. Take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of history that's worth far more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this story and loved discovering rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss our next exciting discovery. Coin number 2. We're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook but serious collectors know holds incredible potential. Yes, we're talking about the United States of America 1979 Jefferson nickel, a small 5-cent coin that might just surprise you with its hidden value and fascinating story. So listen carefully and don't skip a single moment, because I'll be sharing every thrilling detail about its rarity, errors, and real market value that you need to know. Now, before you underestimate this coin, let me tell you something interesting. The 1979 Jefferson nickel was minted during a period of transition in U.S. coin production, when new minting technology and design changes were coming into play. These years often produced coins with slight variations and unique minting errors that make them stand out from the rest. That's why collectors today keep a sharp eye out for the 1979 nickel, because some of them turned out to be far more valuable than their face value suggests. Let's take a moment to appreciate its beautiful design too. On the front side, you have the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. His serious yet thoughtful look on the nickel is iconic and symbolizes wisdom and freedom. On the back, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, a masterpiece of architecture that represents American heritage and pride. The detailed design, the lettering, and the shine of this coin, when preserved in perfect condition, look absolutely stunning to collectors' eyes. But what really makes the 1979 Jefferson nickel rare and exciting are the errors and variations that appeared that year. Some of these coins were struck slightly off-center, giving them a bold misaligned look. Others had double die obverse errors, where Jefferson's face or the lettering looks slightly doubled under magnification. That's one of the most sought-after types of mint errors ever. There were even reports of weak strikes and planchet flaws that make certain 1979 nickels completely unique pieces. And when a coin is unique, even in a tiny way, collectors go crazy for it. Over the years, coin enthusiasts have discovered that these mint errors can turn a common coin into a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands. The key is always the condition. A shiny, uncirculated 1979 nickel that looks like it just left the mint can already hold good value, but add an error to it, and its worth skyrockets. One example that stunned the coin world was a 1979 Jefferson nickel with a clear double die strike that sold for over $1,500 at an auction in Florida. Another one in perfect mint state condition with a sharp full-step design fetched nearly $2,000 in a coin show in California. So yes, this tiny 5-cent coin can actually make a big difference if you've got the right one. Now for my collector friends watching this, here's something you'll want to remember. Always check your nickels carefully under good lighting and use a magnifying lens. Pay close attention to the details, the steps of Monticello, the date, the lettering, and the mint mark. If you find a strong strike with all steps visible, or notice a double date or letters, keep that coin safe. Store it in a coin holder to protect it from scratches and oxidation. And when you're ready, get it graded professionally, because a coin in perfect mint state can multiply in value instantly once certified by experts. The Jefferson Nickel series is one of the longest running in U.S. coin history, and every year has its own story to tell. The 1979 issue stands out as a perfect example of how modern coins can still surprise collectors with unexpected rarity. That's why demand for these coins keeps rising. More people are realizing that even newer decades can hide treasures in plain sight, and now, the moment every collector waits for, the real market value. A 1979 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially one showing a rare mint error like doubling or off-center strike, can sell for up to $2,000 in today's coin market. That's right, a small 5-cent coin turning into $2,000 in your pocket. Amazing, isn't it? These coins have been spotted selling at auctions, coin fairs, and even private sales across the United States, from New York to Los Angeles, proving once again that true value often hides in the smallest things. So my friends, if you've got old nickels lying around, don't ignore that little 1979 one. Take a closer look, because you might just be holding a collector's dream without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this story and love learning about rare and valuable coins worth money, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure we uncover together. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting and keep your eyes open, because the next coin you find could be worth a fortune. Coin number 3. Where we uncover the hidden gems that most people overlook in their everyday change. Today's episode is all about a small coin with a big story, the 1987 D. Jefferson nickel, a United States 5-cent coin that has caught the attention of serious collectors all across the country. You won't believe what makes this coin so unique and how much it can actually be worth, so stay with me till the end because you don't want to miss a single detail. Now let's talk about where this story begins. The year 1987 might sound recent compared to older rare coins, but this little nickel from the Denver Mint carries its own magic. At that time, the U.S. Mint was improving its production machines and experimenting with slight design refinements, which led to a few unusual minting outcomes. And that's where things start to get interesting for collectors like us. The 1987 D. Jefferson nickel may look ordinary at first glance, but certain pieces have shown rare mint errors and special striking variations that turn them into real collector's treasures. Take a moment to imagine holding a coin that seems common yet hides a 1 in a million minting mistake. Some of these 1987 D nickels were struck off-center, giving them a dramatic tilted look that collectors absolutely love. Others display light doubling on the lettering or Jefferson's profile. These are called double die errors, and they can make a world of difference in value. There are even a few that show faint planchet cracks or weak strikes where the details didn't come out clearly. Every one of these adds a layer of rarity and uniqueness that drives coin enthusiasts crazy. The design of this coin is, of course, timeless and full of American pride. On the front, the strong portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the great founding father and author of the Declaration of Independence, stands tall and noble. Flip it over and you'll see the beautiful image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, a symbol of history, leadership, and elegance. When you find this coin in mint condition, with that rich luster and sharp detail, it just shines like a miniature work of art in your hand. Now here's what makes this coin even more thrilling: the condition factor. Most nickels from 1987 circulated heavily through daily use, so finding one in perfect, uncirculated shape is getting harder every year. A coin that still has its original shine, with crisp lines and full steps visible on Monticello, is what every collector dreams of owning. Those flawless details can easily multiply the coin's worth, especially if combined with an error or a rare striking variation. Collectors everywhere are keeping their eyes open for these 1987 D nickels, especially in high grades certified by grading services. In auctions and coin shows across the United States, from Denver to Chicago and even Las Vegas, these coins have surprised experts with strong bidding activity. A stunning example in near-perfect mint state recently sold for around $800, while another piece showing an attractive double die feature went for nearly $1,200 in a collector's market in California. That's an amazing price for a 5-cent coin that most people would never look twice at. For all my fellow collectors watching, here's an important tip you should never forget. When you're going through your pocket change or old coin rolls, check every 1987 nickel carefully. Use a magnifying glass and inspect the date, the mint mark D right next to it, and the steps of Monticello. If you see any doubling, off-center strike, or a perfectly detailed surface, don't let it go. That could be your jackpot coin. Keep it safe in a protective holder and avoid touching the surface with bare fingers to preserve its brilliance. The thrill of coin collecting is all about discovery. You never know when an ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary find. And the 1987 D Jefferson nickel is the perfect example of that. It's modern yet historic, common yet capable of surprising everyone with its rare variations and mint state beauty. That's what keeps collectors searching, examining, and dreaming of their next big discovery. And now, the big moment you've been waiting for, the true market value. A 1987 D Jefferson nickel in stunning, uncirculated condition, especially one with a visible error or double die variety, can sell for as much as $1,200 in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right, $1,200 for a single 5-cent coin. Isn't that incredible? That's the magic of numismatics, turning small history pieces into real treasures. So, my coin friends, check your old jars, coin rolls, or that forgotten change drawer at home. Your next valuable find might just be a 1987 D Jefferson nickel waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this story and loved learning about rare and valuable coins worth money, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another thrilling discovery. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth more than gold. Coin number 4. We're going to talk about a small but incredible coin, the United States 1990 P. Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent piece may look ordinary at first glance, but believe me, it hides some surprising secrets that make collectors' hearts race with excitement. So stay tuned till the very end, because I'm going to reveal why this coin is so unique, what errors make it rare, and exactly how much it can be worth in today's market. Now, the year 1990 might not sound that old, but the Jefferson nickel from that year is very special for several reasons. First, it was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P stands for, one of the most historic and busiest mints in the country. Millions of coins were produced that year, but as we know in the coin world, not every coin is created equal. Some of them come out with small flaws or minting errors that instantly make them stand out from the crowd, and that's where the real value lies. The 1990 P. Jefferson nickel carries the timeless image of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most important founding fathers. His portrait on the front of the coin is strong, confident, and proud, representing freedom and history all in one tiny piece of metal. Flip it over and you'll see his grand home, Monticello, beautifully engraved with amazing detail. When you find one of these coins in perfect mint state condition, that shine and sharp detail almost feel like you're holding a piece of art right in your hand. But what truly makes this coin exciting are the rare mint errors that appeared on some of the 1990p nickels. There are examples of double die obverse errors, where you can see a slight doubling on the date or on Jefferson's name. There are also off-center strikes, where the design looks misaligned, and those instantly catch the eye of collectors. Some even have tiny cracks or planchet flaws that make them one of a kind. Imagine finding one of those in your change. That's the kind of thrill that keeps coin collectors searching every single day. The condition of this coin plays a huge role in its value. Most of the 1990 nickels went into circulation and got worn down through everyday use. But the few that survived in pristine, uncirculated condition are what collectors dream about. When the details on Monticello are clear and all the steps are visible, that coin is called a full-step nickel, and those are highly prized by experts. That's the level of perfection that turns an everyday coin into a collector's treasure. In coin markets across the United States, these 1990p Jefferson nickels have been showing up in auctions and private sales, creating a lot of buzz among collectors. A high-grade, uncirculated piece can attract strong bidding, and when a rare error is present, the price can jump even higher. One stunning example was sold in Chicago for around $1,200, while another double die variety from a private collector's auction in California reached an impressive $1,500. Not bad for a little 5-cent coin, right? That's the beauty of this hobby. Sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. Now for my fellow collectors watching this, here's a tip that could make all the difference. When you come across a 1990 Jefferson nickel, don't ignore it. Look at it closely under good light and use a magnifying lens. Pay attention to the date, the P mint mark, and the steps of Monticello. If you notice clear sharp details, no scratches, and maybe even a doubling on the letters or numbers, you might just be holding something very special. Always keep your valuable coins in a soft holder or plastic sleeve to protect them from damage, because condition is everything when it comes to value. The 1990p Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that remind us why collecting is so exciting. It's not just about metal and design, it's about history, patience, and discovery. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells the story of modern minting precision mixed with those rare, lucky imperfections that make collecting so thrilling. That's why it's gaining popularity among collectors. It's modern enough to find, yet rare enough to make you jump with excitement when you spot one in perfect condition. And now comes the part you've been waiting for, the real value. A 1990p Jefferson nickel in flawless uncirculated condition, especially with a rare error or double die strike, has been known to sell for as much as $1,500 in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right, $1,500 for a 5-cent coin. That's the magic of numismatics: history, beauty, and value all wrapped into one tiny treasure. So, my coin friends, check your old jars, drawers, or collections, because the next time you spot a 1990p Jefferson nickel, you might just be holding something worth far more than you think. If you enjoyed this video and loved learning about rare and valuable coins worth money, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next discovery. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next great find might be just one coin away. Coin number 5. We're diving into one of the most talked about and searched coins in American coin history, the 1964 Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent coin may seem common at first glance, but what you're about to hear will absolutely change the way you look at it. So stay with me till the end, because I'm going to reveal the hidden details, the shocking mint errors, and the real value that could make this little coin a collector's dream come true. The year 1964 holds a special place in U.S. coinage history. It was the final year before the mint stopped stamping the date on the nickel for more than a decade due to the coin shortage of the 1960s. That alone makes this year stand out in numismatic history. Millions of nickels were struck that year in both Philadelphia and Denver mints, but among those millions, a few coins came out with unique characteristics that turned them from simple change into valuable collectibles. Some even call the 1964 Jefferson nickel the hidden treasure of modern nickels, and when you hear why, you'll agree. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The obverse features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, looking bold and proud, a true symbol of American heritage. The reverse shows his beautiful home, Monticello, perfectly detailed with architectural grace. But here's the catch: not all 1964 nickels were created perfectly. There are error varieties that make collectors go absolutely crazy for this coin. There's the famous double die reverse, where you can see slight doubling in the word Monticello or 5 cents. Some have weak strikes or even full step varieties where every single step of Monticello is clearly visible, and that's something collectors love to see. Finding a full step 1964 Jefferson nickel is like striking silver in the world of copper nickel coins. One of the most desirable versions is the 1964 SMS Special Mint Set nickel, a rare experimental strike with an ultra-sharp finish and satin-like surface. These are not your everyday nickels, they were part of a small test run that never went into full public release. Most collectors spend years searching for one because the surface and details are unlike any regular coin of that year. Those rare SMS pieces have shocked the coin world by reaching huge prices at auctions. Imagine finding one of these hidden in a roll of nickels or an old coin jar passed down from your grandparents. Many people overlook the 1964 nickel because of how many were made, but those rare versions with strong details and perfect surfaces are where the real gold lies for collectors. Coin experts say the thrill of discovering one in top-grade condition is like finding a gemstone in a pile of rocks, totally unexpected and completely rewarding. Now for my collector friends, here's a little tip: always check your 1964 Jefferson nickels carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for clear steps on Monticello, doubling on the words, and strong sharp edges on Jefferson's portrait. If your coin shines bright with no scratches and full detail, don't spend it, keep it safe in a holder or send it for grading. Coins with high mint state grades or full steps can change your collecting journey completely. Keep an eye out for that SMS look too, a satiny, proof-like finish with sharp edges that stand out even under soft light. Collectors across the United States are always hunting for the perfect 1964 Jefferson nickel. It's in high demand because it represents the transition from classic minting to modern designs. It's the bridge between eras, and that's what gives it historical charm and collectible power. Auction houses from New York to Texas have seen collectors bidding fiercely over these, especially those rare SMS strikes and full-step examples. That demand keeps growing every year, proving that the 1964 nickel is far from ordinary. And now, let's talk about what everyone's been waiting for: the real value. A 1964 Jefferson nickel in perfect, uncirculated condition with full steps has been known to sell for as much as $6,000 in major auctions. And that ultra-rare 1964 SMS nickel, the one with that satin finish and sharp strike, has sold for an incredible $43,000 at a professional coin auction in California. Yes, you heard that right, $43,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's the kind of find that turns an ordinary collector into a legend overnight. The 1964 Jefferson nickel isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history wrapped in metal. It's proof that every small coin in your pocket could hold a story, a mystery, and even a fortune. So, my friends, the next time you go through your old change, check every nickel carefully, because one of them might just be your golden ticket. If you enjoyed this video and loved discovering rare and valuable coins worth real money, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I've got more amazing stories coming your way about coins that could be sitting right in your house waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and always believe the next great treasure might already be in your hands.